Okay, so you know how market news just flies at you these days?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It really is, especially in crypto.
Exactly. It feels almost impossible to keep up sometimes. But what if you could kind of cut through all that noise? Get right to what actually matters?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're trying to do here in this deep dive. We want to get a quick handle on something pretty significant that just happened in the crypto world.
Right. And today, that's Ethereum's big jump, the recent surge it's had. We've looked at some key analysis like Ethereum's bull run, a market ascent, just trying to piece together what's really going on, behind the price charts.
Yeah, trying to find those aha moments, maybe some surprising bits, and just turn all this complex market stuff into something clear, actionable even. Think of it as, I guess, your shortcut to being properly informed without getting totally swamped.
Hmm.
So let's dig into it.
Okay.
So the big headline everyone's seeing, Ethereum shot up past $4,500.
Yeah, significant number.
Right, it's not just, another little bump. This is actually its highest level in months, a real milestone for ETH, being the second biggest crypto out there.
Definitely.
But like you said, the real interesting part isn't just that it happened, but maybe how it pulled off this climb.
Exactly. And what's really interesting looking into it is that it wasn't just some random fluke. It seems like several things kind of lined up perfectly.
Okay.
The first, there's just this general bullish feeling that's been building in the market, maybe tied to wider economic optimism, And then this is key, that recent U.S. inflation data came out, and it landed exactly where everyone expected it to.
Ah, okay. So no nasty surprises there.
Precisely. Which really calmed fears about the Fed getting aggressive with interest rate hikes. And that's almost always good news for assets like crypto, which are seen as, well, riskier.
Right, that makes sense. Less fear about rates means maybe more appetite for risk.
And then I saw something about big investors getting involved. Yeah, and that's where it gets really impactful. The analysis we looked at specifically called out Arthur Hayes.
Okay, yeah, I saw that name. He bought back a lot of ETH.
A lot. $10.5 million worth.
Yeah.
And Hayes, well, he's not just any investor. People watch his moves. He's known for being strategic, sometimes even going against the grain.
So when he makes a big buy like that, it's like a signal flare for the market.
Kind of, yeah. It's not just the dollar amount, though that's obviously huge. It's also the psychology.
Yeah.
It can give others who were maybe hesitating a nudge,
Right, like if Hayes is buying, maybe I should too.
Exactly. It can potentially trigger a bit of a broader buying trend.
Yeah.
So you have that move, plus the good news on inflation. It was like a powerful 1-2 punch.
Okay.
Which does raise an interesting point, right? How much influence do these big individual actions really have? Is it a genuine domino effect? Or does it just sort of amplify a feeling that's already there?
It definitely feels like it amplified things this time because the sources pointed out it wasn't just Ethereum moving. No, the surge apparently spilled over. It gave a boost to other altcoins too. Names like Chainlink, Polkadot, even one called Pump.Fun.
Right. Yeah, it shows how interconnected everything is in crypto. Ethereum is so foundational for so many other projects. So when ETH does well, it often pulls others up with it. It's that whole rising tide lifts all boats thing. Even apparently the smaller, maybe more fun ones like Pump.Fun, which honestly the name kind of tells you what it's about.
Yeah, it does.
So it's really about that chain reaction, not just what happened the price jump, but why and what else it set in motion.
Okay, good point.
So just to quickly recap the main points here, we saw Ethereum make that big leap, breaking past $4,500.
Right.
And the drivers seem to be, well, a mix. General bullishness, that helpful U.S. inflation data landing right on target, and then the significant investor plays, especially Arthur Hayes, putting down $10.5 million on ETH.
And that didn't just stay with Ethereum.
No, exactly. It created ripples, lifting other altcoins, Chainlink, Polkadot, even Pump.Fun got a boost.
So thinking about that, how specific things like economic data points and then what one well-known investor does can have such a dramatic effect on a market like crypto, which we know is volatile. What does that maybe tell you, listening in, about how deeply connected this whole ecosystem really is? How these bits of info that seem separate can actually combine and create such a strong surge.
Yeah, it's something to think about. And maybe looking ahead, reflect on how you might spot these kinds of converging factors in the future. Because understanding the why behind a market move, not just the what, that's really key to getting a better feel for how this whole fascinating space works.
Definitely something to chew on.